Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B, and as always, thank you for viewing my video. In this episode, we'll look at Trump's past actions, business enterprises, and their results to see what the future may hold with Trump and his tag team companion Musk. Unlike the stock market, I do believe that a person's past actions and the results thereof are a very good indicator as to the future performance. Reality and truth in Trump's world appear to be different than the reality and truth in our world. Maybe he follows the red brick road and we all follow the yellow brick road. I'm not quite sure. Jonathan Lipson, a law professor at Temple University, performed an analysis of all Trump's casinos in Atlantic City from 1997 to 2010, a 13-year period. The analysis revealed that they lost more jobs and money than his competitors' casinos lost, while also going through more bankruptcies than any other major business in America. In 2016, the Washington Post fact-checked the number of bankruptcies Trump had filed and found discrepancies between what Trump had stated and what was actually found. The reason offered by Trump for the discrepancies was that he considered the first three bankruptcies as one bankruptcy. His truth is not our reality. Whatever Trump thinks is his reality, and whatever anyone else thinks is wrong. If you disagree with him, then he attacks you with lies. In 2016, CBS reported Trump disclosed holdings in about 500 companies in at least 25 countries. But many of the 500 companies had no business operations. Instead, they were shell companies set up to hold stakes in other companies. I believe we all know what shell companies indicate. On another note, I believe the Constitution forbids a president from personally profiting from his position as president while he's in office, especially from foreign powers. If the president did profit while he was in office, then it would be considered collusion, corruption, and graft. If nothing else, it certainly has bad optics. In January 2024, a congressional report revealed that Trump had received more than $6 million over a 2-year period from foreign governments during his presidency. China paid Trump businesses over $5.5 million. Saudi Arabia paid Trump properties over $615,000. And Qatar also paid Trump properties over $465,000. Not to mention the millions of dollars the government itself spent at Trump businesses and properties for housing, food, entertainment, and other items. As we have seen over the past 4 years, Trump has had quite a few visits from the law, with accusations of slander, sexual harassment, falsifying financial documents, top secret documents being retained and mishandled after he left the presidency, and other miscellaneous items. Trump's position is that the DOJ and the court system has been weaponized against him. Then there is a revelation that Trump sent Putin COVID test items, but I can't verify this one. It appears that Trump may have some strange attraction and admiration for Putin, and that admiration concerns me. Trump seems to want to behave in a similar manner as Putin. Putin has a hold on Trump and is making Trump do Putin's business. Trump's talking about annexing, which is a term used by Putin, which means invasion, foreign countries and our neighbors. His followers say that it's just a bargaining tactic. He's just teasing everyone. Well, I believe people tell you who they are. All you have to do is listen. Trump's actions look a bit like quotes by W.C. Fields, one of which is, "If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, then baffle them with BS." I suspect sooner than later, Trump's going to say something to put himself in a position from which he can't return, and then we, the people, will pay the price. And, of course, he'll deny it. He talked about taking back the Panama Canal, although he may quiet down about this topic because a billionaire contributor bought the terminals at each entrance to the canal. Trump is also pushing the idea of annexing Greenland and Canada. It appears Trump reacts on his urges and impulses more than performing in-depth thinking about the topics he discusses. And of course, there will always be much more collateral damage than expected. Greenland is part of Denmark, which is a NATO ally. Our allies could certainly abandon us if Trump invaded Greenland. All this nonsense will only serve to embolden our enemies, such as Putin, the CCP, North Korea, and Iran, and alienate our allies. Let's not forget another of Trump's close friends, Viktor Orban, another autocrat, supported and backed by Putin. Orban stays in power by ignoring and changing the rules. Sound familiar? The world is already on fire with wars. Trump's actions may be throwing gas on the fire, and the U.S. may be drawn into a war because of Trump's uncontrolled urges and impulses. I believe if all countries placed embargoes and tariffs on the U.S., we wouldn't be able to survive on our own. Tariffs are an old world idea that may have worked when there was only two powers. Tariffs today would only serve to cause distress and more anxiety to the working and middle classes of the United States by increasing the cost of living and reducing their buying power of their paychecks. There are positive ways that could be beneficial to all concerned in acquiring more land rather than threats. Trump putting tariffs across the board on all countries except Russia tells a story in itself. The newly elected president should focus on security for all our infrastructures, such as power distribution, communications, water supplies, computer and data centers. The CCP and Russian hackers are continually attacking our systems. A loss of just one of these infrastructures could result in a catastrophe. We Americans would have no access to our funds, our health services, our medicine, fuel, heat, and possibly only 3 to 5 days of food supplies in stores. Maybe it's time to stash your cash. Billionaires don't care about this issue because they have plenty of their cash stashed and supplies available. Some have even built fully self-contained 5,000 square foot doomsday bunkers in Hawaii. All Trump does is cause trouble and run off to play golf while the world burns. He wins the golf, by the way, because people are afraid to beat him. He's not necessarily a good player. People say he is just to build his ego. Also, let's not forget the fact that Musk is speaking with Putin often and whispering in his ears, and then turning around and whispering in Trump's ears. Musk has been involved in extreme right-wing parties in Germany, Italy, and France, just to mention a few countries. Also, just as a note, just because someone becomes a U.S. citizen doesn't mean they're an American. Being American is more than passing tests. It's a way of life, a common struggle, a very hard struggle at times, and a dream that can be fulfilled. Well, these are my thoughts for today. And again, whether you agree or not, please verify the information presented. And thank you, and take care till next time. Ooh.